Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the witness. We have 511 plus 131 uh, observational perspective puzzles, and I don't really see a way how this isn't going to be our last uh, recording of this game. But I want to kind of run through the ones I do know how to get. Like, there's one here that we just have to get the right angle on. And hopefully I can get the right angle on it down on the ground and don't end up having to run. There's a boat one where I have to move the boat and then with me not in it. Here we go. I swear this is it, but that's not the angle. How do we do this? There's just trees all in that way. This is it. That's what I'm supposed to do. And I just don't know where to stand. It's kind of ridiculous. It's very ridiculous, let's be honest. Here. It's not this one, though. Well, maybe it is this one. Maybe it is. We did one where we made a path one way. Could we do one where we made a path a different way? I don't know. Interesting. Several places where we can stand here. We kind of need to solve this one before you run to try and do the next one. Just run back to this obelisk. We only have like 3 perception puzzles to do, and the fact that we only have 3, yeah, that's not it. That's not the solution to the problem that we are looking for. Interesting. So I've made a mistake. There's one that goes down and to the right, and then to the left, and then a little up. I need to figure out what that is. But things I know it isn't. This here, I can solve this puzzle and get in here, can't I? So I want to end up here, which means I need to do something along this line, something along this. No, come on. This'll work. Is it time for the D-pad? No, I can't solve that way, can I? There's a little thing in the way. That's fine. That still works. Alright. We are in the place. What does that one look like? And what angle is in it? It's far this way. It's down to the right. We know it's not a bottom puzzle. It's not something like that. It's gotta be something else. So of course, if I have no clue what I'm looking for, this is gonna take a while. And this potentially is the kind of mistake that will create scenarios where the episode will go long. Let's see, do I want to walk over here? Well, there's a different solution over here. Alright, we've got to draw this at any angle. So something like this, and then this. So that's a solution that way. Now let's just duplicate that solution this way. Well, that's not going to work there. I guess I have to start here and then do something like that. Change over here. Why did I do that? Simply to see if there's any perception puzzle or anything. There
When
also,
we choose silence,
I think,
we choose to
several
give up the
voice
reasons not
recordings
to
we've
love,
missed.
which are the reasons for going to war
Can I
or
turn this
continuing
one
war.
off? There we go. We'd already heard that one. So yes, there are several ones I have already heard, but there are several ones also that I've just kind of missed. Let's see. I don't think moving this one is going to be part of the solution unless it's making a different shadow on the ground. And if it is making a different shadow on the ground, I'm going to have a hard time seeing that. Let's keep the obelisk in our sight. It's just which direction. It's saying it's more over here on the left. So anything probably to the right of this is not it. And what is its shape again? It's downward at an angle and then straight, straight. Hmm. There's nothing at the bottom of this. Trying to look everywhere, trying to be as thorough as possible. Like that tree almost looks circular. Do I need to look at the trees? Like, hmm. Did I ever get up there? I guess I didn't. I'm trying my best here. Let's see, circular something or other that would work. Let's see. Anything up here, perhaps? Well, let's go ahead and call the boat. Let's see. Still looking. We're still looking. You would just assume it's something over here because besides the rock formation, there's nothing in that. Let's see. Was there anything over here? So I just have a hard time believing. Let's see. Well, let's do this next one. This next one, we have to not stand on the boat, and then send the boat come on, circle that way, and slow it down. Is the boat going the right direction? Yes, it is. So now we have to run. This puzzle in particular is kind of crazy. Let's see, which way is up here? Will this get us to where we want to go? No. Gotta go this way. And wouldn't it be my luck if I saw the perception puzzle that we're supposed to be doing over here while I'm running towards this other one? I doubt that would happen, but we are running, we are running, we are running. We have to get all the way to the back of this keep. I honestly feel like they could have diversified the areas a little bit better. They do their best to try, but let's see, is the boat? I hope it hasn't passed us already. That would be bad. So it's this puzzle that we've had trouble with the whole time. And either in running the boat has way passed or it is still coming. And how am I supposed to know which way? I set it to, there it is. So the side of its panel is going to fill in this circle. I hope this is right. I'm in the right place. Because I've only really got one chance at this. So you have to come around and then get back on the boat. And just point towards the left there and let the camera slowly pan for you. You couldn't just stay on the boat. There we go. One of the most annoying puzzles in the game right there. Not particularly for the solution. The solution's fine. The solution's kind of cool. And in fact, if the boat was just always going in circles, then that would be really a lot easier to see. But since the boat doesn't move unless you tell it to move, you really had to look on the boat and realize that the side was orange, and you can use that to your advantage. So we have like 2 more puzzles, and they all center kind of around finding different ways to annoy me. It's gotta be down here, I believe. Like, even when you start getting over here, we can eliminate half of this section. Let's see. So anything over here is no. That's not it. Could I spin this around so it would go down into the angle? No. Trying to look just to make sure. There's nothing here in the trees. Down and diagonally to an angle. Was it anything over here in the boat? I don't think so. All the pathways are too varied. Like there's slats in them and they're different colors, so really doesn't seem to indicate to me that that would be a solution. What if we snuck around this square tree and came over this way? Like down over here. Hmm. It would have to be a solid color. It would have to have a circle in it. It's not this one. We've already got that one. We know that. Hmm. Could I make a negative space solution? And the obelisk's placement is kind of helpful here. It's kind of helpful. It tells you a couple things. See, if this raised up, would that change or help in any way? It's like right this way. So that one wouldn't be good. I could not figure out a way to make that circle connect, and even if I could connect it, it's not going to do a angle to the lower right here. Well, wait a minute. It does kind of do an angle to the lower right. On the other one, because I was looking the opposite direction. Let's see. So down and to the right, and then I need to come back around and look at the bottom of these orange ones. That does seem to indicate that that's the solution, and it does seem to make more sense than anything else I can think of. Alright. So from the angle that I looked at this one, it kind of went that way. So if I was going to try and look at one from a different angle, how can we do this? So the puzzle we solved before went up here and ended there. Puzzle we want now, we want to be more straight on it. suppose I could try something like this. Like when I'm here, it has one solution. So let's go try and manipulate the bridge and see if we can make it match the shape we are seeing. Let's see. If we have a short path this way, and then a really long path, and then a short path. Is this one always connected? Let's see. Let's move this one somewhere closer to, like, kinda wish I had looked at that solution a little bit better, huh? Let's see if I come back and change that one. That doesn't change anything else. We got this. Right? Yeah, we already got that one. And that's too far right. Let's run up this way. Or down this way, however we have to do it actually. Come on, let me down. It could just be one small section that makes the difference. Like one small place where you stand and you would see the solution. But unfortunately, it could be just about anything. Let's see. Like, there's no way to make this connect to something different. almost looks like might be something somewhere. Well, I'm definitely making a mess of things. Arg. I have no idea. This is it, but I'm gonna have to come back and look at it again. 30 minutes into the video, and we didn't get to that one. Now let's run to the next section and see if we can find the one that we're missing in the forest over here. Let's see. So, it's in the forest, slightly to the, slightly with using the mountain as an outliner. And it will make a question mark. Kinda like that. Let's see. Come on. This is the solution right here. It's just have to get it to line up correctly. Let's get a better circle there. It's right here. Come on, game. Let's see, when we go this way, it messes it up. So we are slightly in the right place. When I go that way, it's not round anymore. That seems, from the images I saw, that seems inaccurate. And it could just be a slight turn of perception. I'm probably not standing anywhere in the right place. Like, we know that's wrong. I think this game should just not completely control the character. That he should slightly every now and then start taking steps in different directions. Not only would that be an amazingly new and unique and groundbreaking concept in video games to have less than 100% control. Well, it's not that new. In cutscenes it happens all the time, but generally speaking, if you have control of the character, you have control of the character for the whole game. If this guy, there we go. We're starting to get there. if this guy was helping me in any amount. So I was really far off even when I found it. But it does help you when you're, like, I'd say 3 or 4 feet away from something. And that's another white obelisk. Great. But it doesn't seem to help you in any other situation. So I believe there's 135, and that leaves only two puzzles to be found. One, which is here, which is the slight curve, and this is all in the starting area. Let's see. It starts on the left, it's a slight curve to the right. I'm gonna see if maybe it's a boat trick. I don't know if it's a problem really, but it is slightly annoying that there's only one map in the game and it's tied to the boat. But I don't know what really happens or what would really change. Otherwise, if we had more maps, really. It's not gonna change that much. By the time you've beaten at least half the game, you've probably solved it. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of running around here, and then what I think I want to do is we will go back to the cave area that is near the ultimate challenge that I'll never beat. And yeah, this looks like this would be it. Instead of doing it like here, is there a way to do it backwards? No, I couldn't do a reflection there. And it's not in any way drawing the outline of the... Let's take a moment and slow this down a little bit. And look as this moves. Anything that's over here seems a little too far to the left. Let's see, what can we do besides not knock my mouse around? Sorry about that. Fast motion. Let's see, look over here. Well, one of the things we could do that might be a cool experiment would be to get in the boat and then have me alt tab and see if I can open a picture of this final puzzle. Well, and see if the boat still moves. If I started like an audio thing, the audio would have obviously cut off. So that wouldn't be useful. Speed up to slow down. Not all the solutions are posted is the problem. Because if they were all posted, I would have it. I would have it a long time ago. I would have just seen. Is there some kind of perspective I can get? On this like cave or this hill. We're looking to make a circle on this hill somehow. I don't see a way. It's not a sky puzzle. It's not a cloud thing. It's not looking at the other direction in the trees, is it? Well, gee, that was easy. I guess I'd done the longer solution to that puzzle and not the shorter solution. So that is 134 plus 5. So I'm gonna call the boat. We're gonna do a little bit of an experiment here, which may just end up crashing the entire video or messing up the recording, but I don't think it should. I wouldn't ever intentionally do that, although it does seem to occur more than I would like. I'm gonna try and see if I can get. We need to go from this location to this location, and I'm gonna set the speed at the maximum, so in theory it should be going while the screen is paused. So I'm gonna alt tab now, and it shouldn't change anything for you. It should just be a pause screen now. I am now quickly trying to find what the potential solution is. Let's see. No. Wait. Is this the right one? No, that's not the right obelisk. Open that one. Alright, that's it. So, the way these things are labeled is actually very badly done. Let's see. There. We did that one. Open up everything here. We did that one. Let's see. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. Now. And we're back. Are we anywhere closer? Yes, we're about halfway to the location. So that only really gets to the audio logs point here. I heard some reviewers say they actually saw credits in this game, and I'm like, credits? I didn't see any credits. There was audio dialogue recordings and the secret ending that give you credits, but I never saw any credits scroll, and I found that actually quite odd that there wasn't any credits. So maybe we will get some credits. Otherwise, we're going to just try and find the very spoilish recordings I may have missed, but honestly, as we're kind of wrapping up here, I've heard people say that this game has a message, and that and that the people who think it's pretentious like me, or who think it's just full of garbage, I guess it's very possible I'm just not getting it. But I'm not seeing this message that's trying to be said here. In fact, surprisingly so, because I could put a message in this if I wanted to, but just from my own objective perception, or subjective perception, to be, yeah, that would be the right phrase. I just am not seeing anything here. I don't see a message here that is pro Zen. I don't see a message here that was particularly pro science. I don't see a message here that's particularly pro or anti-religion. I see all of those things being mentioned, and then because not enough is said on any of the topics, dropped mostly. I mean, I can't see. Here's where it is. You have to get right here. Ah, and that makes sense too, because this is a section that you can't do anything else in. Maybe I just don't get it. That is a possibility. It is a possibility that there is some deep meaning here, but even if there is, the way this game hands you all its dialogue and all its information, or just doesn't hand it to you, hides it from you, actively hiding things, the average player is not going to see any of that. The average player is just going to be frustrated. All an average player, I think, would see in this game would be line puzzles. And if they can make it through the line puzzles and put up with them long enough, they may get to the obelisk puzzles, and they may get to the audio logs. But I think we've played very thoroughly, and I'm still not seeing any cohesive story or dialogue. And when you put things that are nearly an hour long, like one of those videos that you have to watch is over 59 minutes, I heard. It felt ridiculously long for no reason. No reason whatsoever. To just make you, I don't know, just make you suffer, really. Is, I mean, is that supposed to be some grand statement about sometimes you just have to, some things just take their time and you have to stare at things for a long, long amount of time? Yeah, I don't know. Well, that is all the puzzles. 511 plus 135 plus 6. So when you take the 11 puzzles that are in the challenge room and throw them out, because I'm never going to be able to do the challenge, and that sucks in itself. And the one color puzzle that's in this cave area I'm going to, that is the total of the puzzles. And you've seen me do almost all of them. A couple of them take forever, so I had to do them off screen. Uh, did I do them by myself without any help? Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous and silly. Actually, what I want to do before we hit this section 2 is let's go look at the lake. Let's go redirect the one beam that's not pointing to it. So that cloud in the middle that the laser's going through is the one. Is that flickering anymore? I don't think it is. Nope, it's still flickering. It's still flickering when you get close enough to it. Is the reflection here supposed to do anything or mean anything? Not really. Doesn't look like there's anything else in the lake. Let's just run up here. Put this one laser back to where it belongs. So all 11 lasers are going to the mountain. What? There we go. If there was supposed to be anything more here. So maybe this guy isn't juggling, maybe he is supposedly holding up the mountain from a very far, those arcs in the mountain. I guess you could kind of see that type thing. Now the trick here is when you're far enough away, yes, it doesn't flicker. It makes only sense because like when it's not loaded in the memory. So now it seems like it even kind of flickers then. I wonder if this whole island is all loaded in the memory. That would be interesting, but it would also mean that if you were ever going to try and use this engine for any bigger areas, it wouldn't be able to handle that. I don't even remember what the other uh, few words in the credits were. Which I looked in the subtitle files for that, and there weren't any more words that would be spoken instead. It looked like. Said something like a dawn, a new star, which doesn't do anything for me. As far as this game, we've seen no stars in that aspect. So we've gotten this one. We might as well just start playing while we get to the next
Then
one.
the occupant of the first would shout to keep him clear. And if the other did not hear it the first time, nor even when called 3 times, bad language would inevitably follow. In the first case, there was no anger, and in the second, there was. Because in the first case, the boat was empty, and in the second, it was occupied. And so it is with man. If he could only roam empty through life, who would be able to injure him? Shuangsu, 4th century BC.
So, how did it go?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wait, what?
No, it's...
So
it's
here, I'm
not-
gonna just start
it's
this
normal for
next
me.
one.
I never remember my dreams.
No,
if I try
we'll let it
right
go
when
to
I
the
wake up,
end.
I can just barely remember fragments. Later in the day, even 20 minutes later, those fragments are gone. Unless I wrote them down. And if I read them later, it's like, these are ramblings of a crazy person.
Yeah, but then how do we know there aren't any side effects? I mean, do you remember everything else about your life?
It's fine. I mean, we're just doing suppression, not lobotomies. I mean, everything is still there. In dreams, we often take on personalities that are a little different. We forget details of our waking life and remember fictions in their place. How does that happen? Well, we're just using the same pathways. That's fine. But really, how should I know if something's missing? If you forget a few random little things, how would you remember that you forgot? Nothing big is missing. I don't think. Wait, who are you again?
Oh, God. Why did we let you go first?
First hasn't happened yet. I was just dipping my toes into the pool. Real first happens when someone dives right in and gets to decide for themselves when to come out. Who's that gonna be? You?
Ugh. I long for the days when we weren't sure we'd be doing anything this scary.
It'll be fine. It's not scary. It'll be fun.
So fun you don't even remember?
Okay, no. Shoo. I want to re-record this one before I go home. I have some new ideas about it.
What? Because of the test?
Yes. Because of the test. Possibly.
I thought you didn't remember anything. Interesting.
Yeah. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
So here's the one puzzle besides the challenge that I can't solve. Or I've given up on trying to solve. Have we listened to this one?
Just reading these well, picking the right takes, placing them.
Yeah, I don't think it pays to be too neat. You want to leave some traces of us for the intrepid to find.
What do you mean? Any visitor to that island is going to hear quite a lot of us, if they poke around.
Oh yeah, no, sure, but I mean, showing what's happening behind the scenes a little bit to ensure we keep some authenticity. Because if we get too concerned with saying a bunch of wise things in the least personally revealing way, then we're basically putting up a front, in danger of it becoming a false front. It's a slippery slope, and you know how easily we could slide into pomposity. I mean, nobody wants that, but would we notice if it happened? Or are we too close to the project? Look, I just think if we include some of our interactions, show that we aren't these transcendent, perfect beings, that we get stuck sometimes. We get into arguments or get depressed. Then at least it's not a false front. At least we're not hiding.
Authenticity is good, yes, but you can find human drama anywhere. I mean, we're drowning in it from day to day. We're supposed to be building a quiet environment away from drama, not celebrating it. Look, these are objects of contemplation. These are about focus and clarity. We agreed at the outset.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want to change any of that. Just a little added twist, you know, tucked away deep. It doesn't have to be drama, it's just reality.
Reality. So what, we should record a meeting and stick it in?
Maybe. But we already have some good stuff. Oh, like that little encounter the other week where you offered to buy a girl a sandwich?
Oh.
Her mic was running, so it's in the archive. Look, it's fine. In context, it's perfect. Because we're not lecturing from on high. These recordings are part of an endeavor built by human beings. And they aspire to truth with a capital T. But we also have to remember that they cannot actually get there. We should be clear to the intrepid that we know this. I think it'll make it better.
Okay, sure. We'll at least see how it feels. I mean, on that island, we are going to be in very susceptible states. So, be careful with it.
Okay.
It seems I get to be the pioneer of being mildly embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, I should probably let you know, I'm recording this conversation right now.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
Oh.
What? It will make it better. Trust me.
I wonder if we're getting the audio dialogues. No, everyone plays a specific sound. I think we've already heard this one.
God bade me behold the sea, and I saw the ships sinking and the planks floating. Then the planks too were submerged. And God said to me, those who voyage are not saved. And he said to me, those who, instead of voyaging, cast themselves into the sea, take a risk. And he said to me, those who voyage and take no risk shall perish. And he said to me, in taking the risk, there is a part of salvation. And the wave came and lifted those beneath it and overran the shore. And he said to me, the surface of the sea is a gleam that cannot be reached, and the bottom is a darkness impenetrable. And between the two are great fishes, which are to be feared. Nefari, circa 970. What?
I'm going to the store. Do you want a sandwich or something?
You've been standing there for like an hour.
I didn't want to interrupt.
And I don't like sandwiches. Have you ever seen me with a sandwich? Why would you think I want a sandwich?
Sorry.
No, I need some sleep.
It's okay. We're all working hard.
I just want to read it right. We're gonna be hearing this a lot of times. Every little thing matters because it gets so multiplied.
It's good. It's already good.
Thanks. Yeah. But we've kind of picked high goalposts. Every little bit matters.
So you can see in the subtitles things are underscored for
Can you
some
get
of the
me a
words.
coffee?
And there's something to that, but I can't figure what it is. I've looked at all those words, I put them all together, it did not, to me, seem like you could reassemble them and find a any solution here. Here we are in the challenge area. Maybe if you jumble the words out, that would do something and give you the next secret reveal, but I don't know. So I think there's like 2 more audio recordings we might not have heard. There might be others that I missed. Let me know in the comments if you are a witness genius or you see that. So there was a perception puzzle here, but we got it already. Yep. It feels very much like this is supposed to be some kind of depression treatment area, mental relaxation area.
I cannot understand why we idle discussing religion. If we are
Yeah,
honest,
we've already heard
and
that
scientists have to be, we must admit that religion is a jumble of false assertions with no basis in reality. The very idea of God
I
is
guess
a
we could
product of
show
the human imagination.
off
It is quite understandable why primitive people,
this
who
video
were so much more
while this
exposed
plays.
to the overpowering forces of nature than we are today, should have personified these forces in fear and trembling. But nowadays, when we understand so many natural processes, we have no need for such solutions. I can't for the life of me see how the postulate of an almighty
So-
God helps us in any way.
This
What I
one
do see
has 3 of the perception solutions. One of them is the green circle that matches this. So you have to line it up here. One of them is a circle that matches here. And then one of them is a circle that matches the top of the leaves here that you have to be standing up there. And you saw me do that. So right there is the top of the leaves scene. So in the lower right of the image is a circular angel, and that matches the top one. And then the circle in the top right matches the other. So that exact page is used twice. Now, as far as I can tell, this one doesn't have anything in it. Doesn't have any perspective puzzles. This one has the one that you have to run around to the other side and get the sun, the moon or sun. So like right there and then straight down. Let's see, this one is the incredibly long one where you have to start here on the other side and then wait for the moon to go into eclipse all the way to the end. So it's about an hour of just sitting there listening to a person ramble on. And it is ridiculous. So you have to stand kind of in the right place too. You have to stand so that this right here is somewhere in this area, and this right here is right here. So you start on the sun, you go up on the moon reflection, you go up all the way here, all the way here, all the way here, you go down here, then you wait 15 minutes for the moon to move. Fortunately, you can take your hand off the A button, you can take your hand off the controller, you could go take a 45-minute break. Just make sure, whatever you do, that you're starting somewhat like right here. Because if you are too close this way, it might start that way and not be finishable. That's what happened to me in the first place. And you may change your perspective a lot by just tracing it. So that's totally ridiculous. And then, as far as I can tell, there is nothing in this one. you see this like slight flickering of the screen, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing in that one. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing in this one. Well, almost nothing in that one, because that one is actually supposed to give you hints that you're supposed to be over here. But if you listen to the whole thing from over here, I don't think any magical door is going to open up or anything like that. That's something that I kind of wish did happen, but it doesn't. It would be a nice turn of events. So this game wastes like at least 3 hours if you want to get all the collectibles. At least 3 hours of your time. Just sitting there waiting for things to move. And it wastes a lot more of your time if you're struggling with things. So there is a audio recording right here. And then I think that's gonna be it.
The concept of a clock enfolds all succession in time. In the concept, the 6th hour is not earlier than the 7th or 8th, although the clock never strikes the hour, save when the concept biddeth. Nicholas of Cusa, 1450.
That's mine, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have some ideas about it, and I just wanted to give it a try. See how it goes?
Next thing I know, you'll be taking over all the puzzle pieces. What kind of idea?
I don't know. Subconscious drives, right? Like, with anything creative.
Did you feel this way before your trip to the island? Or after?
Well, I think after. Yeah, mostly after. I had a seed of it before, even back when I first heard the piece, when you first picked it out. But I didn't really notice that. Now it's like the princess and the queen. I don't mean to be stepping on your toes, though. Really, the drive is personal. I wanted to record this one so I can hear it the way I want to hear it, just to set something right for myself.
Alright. I'm gonna file this under the category of good problems to have. The attitude to the piece changed or clarified, I guess, maybe based on the trip. Yeah. That means it's working. I mean, something's working, right? Maybe. Back when we started, I would have counted us lucky to ever get this far.
But here we are.
Here we go. Record away. I will take my leave. Thanking you for this opportunity to introspect on my aversive feelings.
You're welcome.
So, is that some crazy statement against my personal bad attitude of this? I kind of have a bad reaction to this game. Really, yeah, I'll just say it's kind of a bad attitude about it. It's missing things. But I am a critic, and I am being fairly fair and critical here. That, oh darn it, let's see. How are we gonna do this? Oh, I know what I went the wrong way completely doing this. So there may be one more audio recording, but the tiny amount of story we're getting here is that she went to the island and it enlightened her in some way. But you can weave false narrative all you want into this and say that I was supposed to learn something in this game and I'm supposed to come out a significantly changed person. But no. All I learned in this game is how to solve a bunch of puzzles based on your rules. Designed on the game's rules. That's it. There's nothing inherently deep or philosophical here. They're just people reading quotes. Some of the quotes themselves are inherently deep and philosophical, if I can pronounce that right. But in the soul, in the sum of this game, and maybe soul too, there's just no cohesion here. It's just things combined together because they sound cool. If I was to go take all the most awesome action scenes from every movie that came out in the past 30 years and combine them together into one big action montage, that might be cool to watch, that might be cool to play like this game, but at the end of the day, that's not a movie, and this is barely a game in the same aspects. Let's see, how do I'm trying to get to the ending so we can wrap this up. Maybe there is one more audio recording somewhere that would solve and explain everything we've seen up to this point. But is that fair to players that you have to find the very last audio recording? Or maybe there's 2 more audio recordings, or maybe there's even 3. It's a possibility, but I don't want to play that game. I don't want to sit here and walk around this island anymore looking for audio recordings. I might look up a guide later on if there's any revelation there that there is more to this game, but as far as I'm really concerned, let's see, and if I solve these puzzles they just go away. Like, if I So the thought was that there's 523. If there were 2 more, maybe it is this 2 here. Quit doing that to me. Oh, you stupid game. It's doing that on purpose, I'm sure. It is. 511. I think. Let's see, 11, 22, 23. That's actually an incredibly easy puzzle to solve. 511 though. So I've already solved those. So that almost feels like those would be 2 more puzzles, but they aren't. So let's do the cutscene again. We're gonna kind of look here and just see if any actions we take are going to increase our numbers. 511 plus 135 plus 6. I really don't have anything more to say, so this is the end of the series. Thanks for going through with it. Personally, I would say if people had warned me about this game and said it's just a bunch of puzzles, there's no story, it's not very deep, it's not as good narratively as Myst, although it is probably better as far as puzzles than Myst, and it's definitely way better graphically than Myst. But if people told me it really should be like a $20 game, not a $40 game, seems like they probably at some point thought about, I would guess, even doing $60, and they said, no, we can't even get away with that. There's no other perspective puzzles or anything while you're here. And again, 511, and this, and then 511 still. And that's the last puzzle.
Star at dawn.
We'll listen to this. I don't think it's going to change. Maybe what it shows us changes though. Try to see the obelisks now that they're white. All 11 lasers are there. A good point to make here is, no, you can't leave this.
Bubble.
A bubble in a stream.
In a stream.
You can't leave this area apparently until you solve all the puzzles. But you can't get to the ending at least. Maybe there is, in the narrative of this game, you would be able to just leave the island whenever you felt like it. And I don't think the secret ending is actually a secret at all. I think it's inherently the real ending. This is the first ending and the other is the second. Not seeing anything different. Can we even get a glimpse of the obelisks, or are they all just hidden completely? We fly right through that, so are we even a human being anymore? No. I guess that there's an obelisk that's white.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
A flash of lightning in a summer
And it's showing you that cloud right there. I kind of feel like we're looking in we're flying around a different direction now. Yeah, we're not a human being anymore. One thing I did want to say is the witness as a name seems to indicate that not the player is not the witness, that this game is supposed to be a witness in a different form of the word, that it's supposed to be a testimony to mankind. And so the island is supposed to be a testimony to mankind, I think, sort of. And so this is all supposed to be like a grand gesture. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I listened to that audio recording. We just see all the puzzle, all our hard work is getting erased. Everything's going back to the way it was, which indicates that either everything is connected or this is just uh, a magical world, which of course it's a magical world in the sense that the perception puzzles have always been magical, and how this elevator is flying is totally magical. You do get a slightly different ending in the sense that the obelisks are white, but that's the only thing different I've seen. The audio does not change. It seemed mostly like the areas do not change. There's
A phantom.
A phantom.
Phantom.
A phantom.
there's like 5 voices there. So puzzles I had solved changed a little bit there. And it would be really ideal here instead of just exiting out for it to fade to black and do credits. There's no start screen in this game really, and there's no credit screen in this game. Uh, some would say that's because the creators are artistic. I don't want to even give them that benefit of the doubt. I suspect it might be because they were just lazy.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And so yes, it just exits there. And well, with that, I am done playing The Witness. I would have I wish there was so much more into this game. I really do. Uh, that's going to be it for the series in this time slot. This was an extra video uh, airing at 1 Central Time, but that doesn't really mean much because I have 6 other series that are airing, and they are probably going to stay the same. They have been for quite a long time now. So you can check out my Lego series at 2. You can check out my point and click adventures time slot at 3. My small independent games time slot at 4. I think I'm covering right now some small independent other games at 3, so doubling up there. At 5 is my Hearthstone series, uh, and which is also my blog series, and then at 6 is our AAA title games. So there's lots of things there. Also, you can click on my name, Rydo, click on that playlist tab, see all the playlists for all the other games I've already covered. Thank you for going through this journey with me. It has been quite long. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed anything important. Let me know if my interpretation of the story and the meaning of it, if there really is a meaning of it, is totally wrong. I'm sure people will let me know about that anyways, but I could be getting it totally wrong. Uh, so yeah, definitely comment. And while you're commenting, also like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel, please. And then always I ask that you watch every second of my videos because that tells YouTube that my videos are good and worth watching. If you really want to be helpful, it would really, really help out. You can get to my main YouTube page and click that support button. Make a donation. Even $1 would be an amazing help to me. Uh, $1 can usually get me almost 2 games during a Steam sale. So I have a lot of games I want to cover. Uh, Quite a bit of a backlog. Uh, and I want to, with those cheap 50 cents games, I can cover things that haven't been covered a lot on YouTube already. And then finally, down below in the description box, I have all the social media links. So friend me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Google+. Follow me on all of them. Friend me on Steam. Friend me on Battle.net. Thanks for doing that, if you do. And then finally, thanks for watching. So have a good evening.